So I'm in a local knife shop where I live and just kind of browsing around, and I see a knife in the display case and it just caught my eye. And I just thought, what is that? Well, this is the knife. This is the Kershaw Clash. And like I said, it just caught my eye. I'm kind of a sucker for the black on black. I like the black blade, black handle. The curvature of the blade caught my attention. Yes, I like curves. And I just thought overall it was a good looking knife. So I said, hey, can I take a look at that? And I asked what the price was. And when they gave me the price, I thought, okay, it's mine. Now I'm going to start off giving the price on this one, I guess. This was, you can find this $25, all right? $25 for this thing. So I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this review. This is a 3-inch blade and it's 8CR13 MOV. I'm just going to call it 8CR for the rest of this video because 8CR13 MOV is, it's just too much. So I'll just refer to it as 8CR. 8CR I really like. It takes a wicked edge and it holds an edge adequately well. Again, remember that price point, and 8CR really isn't that bad. I know some guys have a problem with it because it's not American, but I don't have a problem with it. It serves a place in the market. It makes knives affordable to many who may not want to splurge on a more expensive knife. So I don't think it's bad. I did a lot of cutting with this, as you can see here behind me. Did a lot of kind of bigger shaving and smaller shaving. Actually, what I was doing was a figure 4. The reason I was doing that is kind of killing two birds with one stone. One, using the knife because I wanted to test the blade and the edge retention, and also I wanted to kind of get a feel for the ergos, which we'll talk about in a minute. The coating on the blade has really held up quite well. I've been surprised at how well it's held up considering the price point. You can see a little bit of wear in there, and to me that's actually cool wear. If you take the Ontario Rat 1 for example, the finish they put on there, well, I think this speaks for itself. Not that good. I do like this blade, but I feel if you're gonna put on a black finish, put it on there, make it decent. And I think Kershaw has really done that with this blade. The deployment on this is an assisted opening, and it's just the flipper design. And when I first got it, took it home and started playing with it, it was really stiff. And the amount of force that I had to use to push down on this, I thought, well, what's the point of it being an assisted blade? Because I'm putting so much force on it that if it were a manual, it'd probably pop right open. So I was a little disappointed in that. However, over time, it loosened up, and it's to the point now where I think it's just perfect. In fact, it's so much fun to play with that I'll sit there and just open it all day long to the point of my finger just hurting because I'm opening and closing it all day. That flipper design I really like also for deployment. So as it sits in the pants, I carry this with tip up. I like that on the outside of my pants I can actually index that flipper and pull it out, and as soon as that breaks the plane of my pocket, boom, my finger's already indexed on that flipper and I can open the knife very quickly. So I really do like that flipper design. One more thing about the assisted opening. What I do like about this is there is no safeties on this. I don't think we need a safety. And this blade, it doesn't worry me at all that it's gonna pop out of there on its own. It just retains very, very well and comes out very, very well. So I like that. Lockup, it was solid right out of the box. And I thought I'd have a lot of fun with this knife and give it a workout on some cardboard that I put up on the wall that I'm going to use as kind of a knife training / testing station. Did a lot of stabbing, did a lot of slicing. Again, the slicing was to kind of work the edge over some and see how it retained, and see too if I could sharpen it. And by the way, I could always get back to that hair shaving sharp after I'd been using it extensively. So again, I did a lot of stabbing with this blade, and afterwards I wanted to see how it retained in the blade there, or in the knife, and it retained very, very well. I was pretty happy with how it performed. Again, a $26 knife so far has been pretty cool. The pocket clip on this is the right side only, so you don't have any lefty on this one. And it's tip up or tip down carry, depending on what you want. And as in most knives, with the exception of SOG does this pretty well. Carrying it tip up in the pocket, you're going to have a lot more protruding out than you would if you're carrying tip down. SOG actually does a really nice job of tip up carry, but being able to really bury that knife in there deep. I don't mind it too much, but I don't like a lot of knife advertising either. I kind of like to go, I don't know, as incognito as possible. Not that I'm trying to hide it, but no need to draw attention or show your hand, so to speak. On to the handle. The handle is a polyamide handle, and what they say is this is an incredibly strong and astoundingly heat and chemical resistant type of polymer. Now, most of the blades out there these days are some type of plastic, or not most, but many, and they all tend to be very strong. I have yet to see any break. I haven't had any problems with them. So this is no different. It seems to be very strong. The one thing it does lack is a good traction plan. It's pretty slick, so you don't have a lot of traction on here, but out comes the Tenacious. And to me, the Tenacious is no different. Tenacious is the G10, but my G10 on this Tenacious, some are different, is pretty slick. And honestly, these two don't feel very different to one another. So the fact that it's not very aggressive in the traction of the blade, you could say that's good because it's not going to tear up your pants as well. But I wouldn't mind it being a little more aggressive. But again, remember the price point that we're talking on this. I do like this finger groove right here. That makes it nice just to kind of grip your finger down in there. And there's not, well, I don't know what I want to call those. Divots? Whatever it is that's going on there, it does nothing for traction. So there's nothing up top here that's going to really help lock your thumb in. But I do like that finger groove. Ergos overall, they're a little bit sharp on the edges. And I noticed that a lot doing all this cutting, is doing that shaving, doing that cutting. It's not the most ergonomically friendly knife, but I found it certainly tolerable, and for that price point of $25, oh man, I can't complain about it at all. It's not bad. One thing people may not like about this, oh, I did forget to mention, it is a liner lock here. One thing that some may not like is the width of the blade. It is kind of chunky. For me, and an EDC blade, I don't mind that at all. Just kind of compare it to the Spyderco Tenacious. So you can kind of see the difference there, just because I have it on hand. The Ontario Wrap one doesn't look to be too much different than that. Maybe a little bit wider, hard to tell. But again, for me, I don't mind that at all. And it's weighing in at about 4 ounces. So again, some may have issue with that. Personally, I don't. Overall, I think this is a great EDC blade. You're talking 25 bucks for this. Don't pay 30. I've seen some places where it's 30. You're looking at the ballpark, 23, 26 bucks. This is a fantastic little knife, and it's just fun. I really like this blade. For the price, I can get over the ergos. which aren't that bad. It's not like you're going to be carving all day with this thing, and really it's not meant for carving. It's more of an EDC type of blade. This is a fantastic little knife. Have I said that yet? Overall, this is a huge win in my book. This is a fun knife to play with. It's really inexpensive. The blade steel on it is the 8CR, which is a fantastic steel given the price point. If you're looking for an assisted opening, flipper design, and you want a good knife that's inexpensive, look no further, because Kershaw Class, man, for me, this is a home run. All right, guys, done. Thanks.